Hey, I'm John,
And I'm Luke.
and we are
Great, good, fine, okay.
hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I got to catch a little bit of the sound check, and I was not expecting what you guys just pulled off right now. How did you guys pull off so many features at an LA show?
We just hit everybody up and asked them if they wanted to come sing the songs with us, and they did. So, yeah.
And you know, the cool part is that like it was like the original feature, like Before You Exit, who happened in 2017, and then you have like the newest feature, Gone, with Sarah from Transviolet. So it's cool to kind of get like those different vibes from those different artists that you guys have collaborated with. Can we talk a little bit more about this new single for now, Gone, with Sarah, and how did this collaboration kind of come about?
Yeah, so Gone's a song we started a while ago, and sort of started out as like an EDM vibe and about a like failed relationship and that feeling of like, you know, you're alone after the relationship ends and you feel so alone and that kind of thing. And we never were like 100% happy with the music, and it didn't kind of feel right, and so it evolved into kind of what it became. And then we decided that we thought it needed a female feature, so we sort of took our time to find the perfect person for that. A couple other amazing singers did it before Sarah, and it just didn't feel right, and we were like dedicated to you know, being good to the song. And so when she did it, it just clicked, and we knew that like she was the one for it. And yeah, we're just proud about the way it came out.
Now, were you guys able to hit the studio with her and record it, or was this something that you guys were probably on tour and she was home, or you know, going through the internet?
I mean, actually, she just like sent it back to us, like already sounding amazing. Yeah, and so we just, you know, pulled it down into our session and kind of like kept working with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, super easy.
So when you guys first wrote that song, like how different is the song now to what we listen to, the audience listens to? Like how much of an evolution did the song go through when you guys?
Well, it's like we actually, so we kind of like finished an earlier version of this song where like the drop was a little bit of a different vibe, and like, I don't know, it just felt like it was cool, definitely, but it was just kind of like we weren't totally convinced by it.
Yeah.
Like something about like the lyrics being so sad were kind of like at odds with the feeling that the music was giving. So we ended up doing this whole other version of it like after that was just like really stripped down and like kind of like even more sad, and like, but it turned out being like kind of sappy and cheesy.
Right.
But there was like one little melody that we took from that ended up being like the melody from the drop when we redid it again.
Yeah, it's funny. I was going to say where it ended up is kind of in the middle of the two spectrums. But when we did the super sad version where it was just Luke playing piano and me singing, I just like randomly sang that, "Ooh," that thing, which ended up sort of becoming the hook in the current version. So yeah, it's cool how it came about.
Now you guys also have another track, Terrified, featuring a rapper, Pell. So, you know, it's cool that you guys are also like trying out different genres to kind of collaborate with. How did this collaboration come about, and what was it about Pell that you guys wanted to work with him?
This one actually was kind of similar to the way Gone went, in the sense that we started it a long time ago and it evolved a lot, and like we went to LA and recorded a horn section and did all this other stuff before we even like found a feature, and then we got in our heads that we wanted a rap on it and we wanted a feature, and then it was the same thing where we were trying to find the perfect person. And we actually got together with this guy Bryce Vines. Do you know Bryce Vines? He's a great musician, and he wrote part of it with us, and then we got Pell to sing it and do the rap, and just like Gone, it just clicked. So it's cool when the features work out like that and they feel like really organic.
Right. And you know, you guys, when you guys collaborated with Before You Exit, like I feel like it's already hard enough to add one vocal to a project, but then you have these three vocalists like that you also added to the song. What was the idea behind that track, and like why did you guys want to go ahead and like jump on that challenge of adding three new vocalists?
On Find Yourself?
Or Find Yourself, yeah.
Well, I think it's sort of like it sort of just came about organically. You know, we were just kind of like writing a song with those guys. Yeah. And, you know, everyone was just kind of like singing it in the room together.
Yeah.
And it sounded cool. So we were just kind of like, let's like figure out how to make this work.
Yeah. Now, that track in particular is like how I kind of found out about you guys a couple years ago, and that song just blew up when you guys released it.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel it impacted you guys, whether it's like the tour life or the just the career in general?
You know, it's like tough to say. It was obviously like super cool to see a song do that well on Spotify, and you know the other streaming services. It was like by far like our quickest like rise in streams, and that was like awesome. But it's hard to know how it affects, you know, your fan. I mean, you said you found us that way, so you know it's cool to think that a lot of people found us because of that song, because it got put on a lot of different playlists that maybe our fans wouldn't necessarily listen to, but you know, really popular stuff. So it's been cool. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to tell how it affected it, but you know, it didn't hurt. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like having a song that did that well.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Now, so what are the plans with you guys right now? Because the last record was 2017, the full album. Have you guys been considering like another album at the moment, or have you guys like been trying to test the waters with new singles?
We got a bunch of songs in the bank. I mean, I feel like we probably have like 10 songs that are kind of like, you know, various stages of completion, like from demos to like sort of finished tracks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll probably do like another like concerted kind of writing effort, and then just like see where we're at.
Right. Now, what is the creative process between the two of you guys? Is it just the two of you guys when you guys are making music, or is there
Most
a
of the time,
producer?
unless we're in a session with another writer, another producer, it's just the two of us. Lately, it has been, we like to bring other people in to get like another mind on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luke is a producer and the engineer, and he mixes all of our stuff. So he usually comes up with like the musical idea, and then that inspires me to come up with the lyrics and the melody usually. Or sometimes I'll like come to Luke with the lyrical or melodic idea, and he'll build off that, and it goes back and forth. But that's kind of like our separate roles.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel like you guys have evolved as like songwriters in the last, I don't know, 5 years?
I mean, I think we've gotten better. I would hope. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like I've definitely gotten better at like producing and engineering. Like John's definitely like stepped up like in a lot of ways with like writing and lyrics. I feel like are just cutting deeper and just kind of like, you know, I don't know. We're just always kind of trying to push it and like get to the next level with ourselves.
Right.
You know.
Now, your live show, you guys have a band also. Is the band always in mind when you guys are creating your music, or does that just kind of happen after you guys are done creating the songs?
Yeah, I would say not really when we're first creating it or we thinking about the live show. I think as it starts getting finished, we start thinking like, oh, that would be a cool thing live, or like, oh, that drum thing, it would be cool live.
Yeah.
But like when the thing is born, I think we're more concerned with how it sounds in the studio. Yeah.
Now, what are the plans for you guys now? You guys are here in LA right now, but you know, what are the plans for summer or the rest of the year?
We're doing some shows in China coming up.
Sick.
Yeah.
First time?
First time. Yeah.
Nice.
We actually haven't even announced it yet, but we're doing a festival in Indonesia in November. And hopefully some more Asian dates. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, my goal for this year is to get out of the U.S. a little bit. I know we have a lot of fans overseas, and so it would be great to get over there.
Cool. And to close us off, why did you guys choose music as your career path? You guys can answer individually.
Why did I choose music? I mean, I sort of feel like it chose me or something like that. Like I mean, you know, I do a lot of other things also. Like I do a lot of graphic design and, you know, stuff like that. But it's just sort of like nothing feels quite like making music or like putting a song together or like playing in a band. It's just like nothing kind of like comes close to it. So I couldn't really imagine leaving that behind.
What about for you, John?
Yeah, I mean, saying that it found him, that is very much how it feels like. When you start writing songs and sort of being a musician when you're a little kid, it's like you didn't necessarily choose it. It was something that was like inside of you that like, you know, you were drawn to. And then like throughout my life, I've had like, odd jobs, and like I went to school for something different, and like I gave myself every opportunity to like do something different if I could, but I kept like going back and like needing to write songs and being in a band, and now like now it seems like I couldn't possibly do anything else. So it's just like I think you know when you know, if you're not sure whether you should be a musician, you probably shouldn't. That's kind of.
Well, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Congratulations with the music and the tracks that you guys have released so far. I can't wait for another album because I love listening to the singles, and then I want to hear them all over again, but then I want more. So
Well,
I look forward
June 28th, you're going to get another EP. And then hopefully soon after that, you'll get some more stuff.